the one achievement that people might consider from the Velayat-e Faqih regime was that Iran restored an empire from Tehran to Latakia and Beirut to Hodeidah and to Sana'a, the Med and the Red. In other words, you had, in a fashion, the restoration of the Sasanian empire, but doing it in a way that promoted the universal cause of Velayat-e Faqih, which was to establish Islamist rule over all of the Middle East. And they looked like they were succeeding. And at the same time, they were accomplishing one of the preconditions for the return of the Mahdi. So the preconditions for the return of the Mahdi were, number one, Velayat-e Faqih. In their minds, there was no basis for this within Shia religion. Number two, clearly, the best people to interpret Sharia law are clerics. The supreme leader was the ultimate authority, but also the deputy to the Mahdi. Along the way, they added the destruction of Israel because it was a vestige of Khomeini's sense of appreciation for the Palestinians, for helping them in 1979, and his hatred for the Israelis because of the relationship with the Shah, etc. So this became a fetish that had nothing to do with either Iranian history nor Shia Islam.
I'm listening to an Iranian. Yeah.
Okay.
They said, you said deputy of Velayat Faqih, they call it Naib Barhaq Imam Zaman. That's exactly their theory.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Now, over the last several years, actually, since the time of the Green Movement, the ideological indoctrination of the IRGC and the Basij went from something like 10 or 15% of their training to over 60 to 70% of their training. Now, we know this. It's not just an Iranian phenomenon. As people become more and more ideological, they become more and more stupid.